Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, bringing you new album reviews all the damn time. Today, we're going to take a look at the 13th studio album by this British progressive rock band. We're a little late to the game with this one. This came out a little bit ago, about a month or so ago, I think. But it was kind of a pain trying to secure a copy of this. So finally, I've got it. I've digested it, and I'm ready to talk about. And the album in question is Dominion by the great IQ. This is on Giant Electric P Records. So, of course, IQ, one of those second wave of progressive rock bands to come out of the UK in the early 80s, alongside Marillion and Twelfth Night and Pendragon and Palace and Solstice. And I think those are the main bands pretty much. And this was after prog was deemed dead, right? Mid-late 70s, and then all of a sudden you got this group of bands over in the UK who were like, no, not dead. We're going to do this thing, right, called prog, and all these years later, IQ is still going strong. So let's take a look at the packaging here. It's a digipack. Cool album cover. And as you open it up, we got some cool artwork here. All right. And then the CD is housed in here. And then we've got the booklet over in here. And there we've got lyrics. And we've got a nice photograph of the band. Hold on, additional artwork. And the credits, there they are. There we go. I'll tell you who they all are in a second as we finish or making our way through here. All right, so let's get back to the band, shall we? On drums and percussion, Mr. Paul Cook, long-standing member of the band. On keyboards, Neil Durant. I wouldn't say he's fairly new because he's been in the band for a bit. He replaced, of course, Martin Offord a number of years ago, but it's not like they've produced a ton of albums with Neil, but he's been on a few of them. You got Tim Esau on bass guitar, bass pedals, and backing vocals. Again, veteran of the band. Michael Holmes, guitars, keyboards, and backing vocals, founding member. And the great Peter Nichols on lead and backing vocals, founding members. Recorded at Orbit Studios in Southampton. Took them over a year to make this. They started recording this in November 2023. They finished it up in December 2024 for a release just a little bit ago here. Like I said, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, something like that, fairly recently. All songs written by Holmes and Nichols, and produced by Mike Holmes, engineered by Rob Aubrey. Right. So, what do we have on this album? We have 5 tracks, 5 total songs here. Kicks off with the lengthy The Unknown Door. 22-minute epic to start off the album. It's a really good one. Right at the start, a lot of these songs are really good slow builders, and this band is terrific at doing the slow build song. Starts off kind of dreamy and mellow and atmospheric and starts to pick up the pace and then gets more symphonic and bombastic, and they're amazing at that. They always have been. This song kind of starts off the same way. You got Peter's vocals, emotional, kind of yearning over very, very sparse instrumentation, which is mostly soft keyboards, and then you get some light drumming and some acoustic guitar comes into the mix, and then, I don't know, about 5 minutes or so into the song, you get the big bombastic, typical IQ prog, right? It's just all sorts of stuff going on. Loads of aggressive guitars, lots of keyboards, including Mellotron. You got some cool cascading Hammond organ. These guys are very much influenced by Genesis, and you can hear like classic Gabriel era Genesis in their music. Always have, right? It's just what it is. I think Peter Nichols' vocals are still so good. This guy still sounds so great. He's got a little bit of early Gabriel inflection to his voice, but he's got a very distinct style. He's got this kind of like yearning, emotional thing that's going on, and it's just so good. And he's just, all these years later, sounds spectacular, just as good as he sounded on like the first album. And I like the tone of the music. It's still somewhat dark. They've been doing that their last bunch of albums. And I like the fact that this is, very serious, somewhat darkish prog. It's not, big and happy. And even though the songs are up-tempo and all that, there's a tone to these last few albums that I really, really like. And then you get a big symphonic finale with some terrific guitar solos to close things out. Great track. The Unknown Door, awesome stuff. Next one is One of Us, mostly acoustic guitar. and a little bit of ethereal keys and Peter's gentle vocal. Nice little song. Maybe not my favorite on the album, but maybe my least favorite, I should say. But it's still really cool. It's only like 3 minutes and change, pretty quick. Then you got No Dominion, which is another big symphonic prog track, kind of dark and moody. I love in the background, you got this haunting mellotron and the synths. You get Peter's dramatic vocals. Another great guitar solo from Mike Holmes, who, man, is so underrated as a player. I mean, if you like Steve Hackett and like Stephen Rothery from Marillion, this guy is for you. So good, so underrated. Nobody ever talks about him. He's one of the greats in prog rock. Love him. Far From Here, second longest track on the album, just under 13 minutes long. This one starts off mellow and dreamy, and then around the 3-minute mark, you start to get that slow build. It starts to get heavier. The killer keyboard, some great drumming. Keyboards have a very Tony Banks flavor on this song, especially with the synths and the mellotron, the way they kind of blend together. Really good. Then the middle section, again, starts to get heavy with the riffs. Love the synth tones, more tasty guitar solos, and then an emotional vocal from Peter Nichols to close it out over very beautiful, haunting piano. Great song. Another really great song, Far From Here. And then the last track is called Neverland, which finishes up the album. It's fairly moody, but yet it's still symphonic. Picks up the pace eventually and then gets pretty upbeat around the midway point. Nice slow builder of a song. Again, they do that so well. I can't reiterate it enough. Great vocal melodies from Peter Nichols. And then the last minute of the song, it just kind of ends the album on a very, very quiet, tranquil note. So plenty of bombast in the song, but goes out on a very low note. And an end to the album. In summary, I really like this a lot. This band, to me, other than maybe one album in the 80s, which is really not good at all, I've loved all their albums. And I don't think this band really knows how to put out, at this stage of the game, with this cast of players, I don't think they have anything in them other than a stellar release, because every album they've been putting out has just been so good. And it's classy, darkish, moody, classic sounding progressive rock. And again, if you love the whole early mid-70s Genesis sound, but obviously done a little bit different because these guys do have their own unique style, I think you'll love this. Really good. I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5 star. Dominion by IQ. Love it a lot. And it has all the qualities that I really want from this band. And the fact that they just keep delivering this over and over and over again makes me pretty happy. So anyway, that's my review. Let us know what you think. I'm going to put the link to the Bandcamp page down below so you can go check it out. I think Ken Golden still has some of these in stock. So if you're watching this review and you want to go pick one up, lasercd.com, Ken should still have some left. So go get them before they're gone again, because he has had a hard time keeping this in stock. But I'll have the Bandcamp link below, like I said, so you can go check it out and listen. And if you've already heard it, let us know what you think. If you do happen to go out and buy it, then come back and say, Pete, I picked it up. Here's what I think about it, down in the comments below. So thanks for watching. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. All down below. Down below? All down there. Down below. That's a new place. I just created that. So from now on, it's no longer the comments. It's down below. Okay. I forget else what I was going to say. You already know the spiel anyway. So thanks for watching. I am Pete Pardo. Enjoy the rest of your day and weekend. And of course, we got, like I said, we got the review crew coming up tomorrow. We have ranking the albums with myself of Badlands, the great band, 3 albums led by Jakey Lee and Ray Gillen on vocals. And then George LeMay and Jamie Laszlo are going to be bringing you a ranking the album show of Queens of the Stone Age. So you got 2 of them coming up on Tuesday. And we'll see you then. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.